I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to total it out. I don't know if they're going to fix it. I don't know how long they're going to have it.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I doubt that the frame is going to be covered either.
I turned in my keys. I have zero faith that anything's going to get fixed. The people down in Mesa admitted that because it was on film, it was something that had happened prior to me putting anything in there.
Well, at this point in time, Blue Compass and Mesa is not really planning to do anything.
They don't care when they build these things. They just build them to look good in the lot. Then the second they're off the lot, they don't care anything about you or them or anything else. I'm done. I'm done. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Larry. If you're new, I'm actually standing here in front of Santan Solar down here in Phoenix area of Arizona. There's so much going on this video. I don't even know where to start. This is gonna be a crazy video. I have to get some solar panels so I can use them to power the fifth wheel, because this is going into the shop. There's all sorts of problems with this camper, my Lance 1062. There's some structural problems going on, and just yesterday I found out there's a massive leak under the underbelly. I gotta get moved out of this, but I can't get back to the property because the weather is so bad and it's so muddy up there. But I have a time schedule, so I'm gonna bring you guys along. But for right now, we're gonna take that all day by day. But for right now, we're gonna go in here. I have to try to figure out what I'm gonna get. I need to get about 4,000 watts of solar panels. I've never been here before. But we have a very small time window, so I'm gonna go in, let them know I'm gonna be filming, and then hopefully I can film the process of us finding some solar panels. So stick around, should be a fun time.
And then, again, I don't have the Canadian solar out right now, but it looks very similar to this one right here. It's Rory.
Okay.
Same size as these bigger ones too. And then it's bifacial as well.
Oh, those are bifacial?
This one's not, but this one is. Let's stick with this one.
Okay.
But yeah, the Canadian's bifacial.
That was fast and easy. I actually was planning on filming more in there, but he just asked what I wanted and we wrote it up. They had a great sale. The prices are, in my opinion, kind of unbelievable. So couldn't pass it up. Went ahead and just bought what I needed plus 2 extra, so an extra 1,000 watts. And then they're gonna come help me load it up here in a box trailer, I guess right here on the street. Yeah, there's not really a place for me to park over there, so cool. I'm excited. Got the power for the fifth wheel. Yeah, we'll get this loaded up. Well, I don't think that's gonna fit in the trailer. Yeah, sorry, I have like the most complicated trailer right now.
Oh, you're okay. If you want, you can unstrap them and then lay them on their side.
Okay. All right, that is about as shady as you can get. I got a couple ratchet straps on it. We got a pallet, cardboard, a mattress on this end. That's just the best we could get it in there. And I mean, the guy did his best to help me out. I think it's gonna be all right, but I got about 4.5 hour drive to go. So we will see. Luckily I bought 2 extras, so if 1 or 2 break, then I should still be all right. I gotta get back in the AC. It is already just hot and humid here in Arizona, and then now just being down in Phoenix, it is like by far, this is the worst place on the planet for temperature. It's always so hot. Ugh. I gotta get back in the air conditioner, get back on the road. It's a few days later, and everything is packed up. I gotta move this stuff outside, take it over here to my enclosed trailer. I'm not really gonna show that because I'm at a family member's house right now. I don't really want anybody to see where I'm at, but once I move that, all the stuff into that, then we're gonna take this to the dealership, drop it off, and I'll show you guys what's wrong with it when we get to the dealership. I just don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if they're gonna total it out. I don't know if they're gonna fix it. I don't know how long they're gonna have it, or if I'll ever move back into this thing. I still have stuff in it. Obviously I have my solar and mattress and all this stuff that I wanna keep. So if they total it out, I'm just gonna have to come back and clean out the rest of it. I'm moving the stuff out that I need to put into the fifth wheel right now. So hopefully today we can get this thing dropped off, come back, pick up the enclosed trailer, head up to the property and get moved into the fifth wheel. At least that's the plan. We're here at the dealership just dumping the tanks. I have the camper all cleaned out. Come check this out. It looks weird. pretty much everything moved out of it. Refrigerator's basically empty. I don't know if they're gonna pull this thing in and have it in the shop, and I'm gonna run out of batteries, so I wanted to make sure there's really nothing important in there. Just have a few beers, but that's all right if they get warm. Got a few things in the cabinets, but for the most part, it's all moved out. Yeah, so after I dump this tank, we're gonna take it in. Oh, let me show you guys what's going on. So underneath, down underneath here, so if I pull this drawer all the way out, might need 2 hands for this. Hang on. You can see in here, this was all wet. And then I was able to look all the way into there, and that was all wet. And it was wet under this insulation. So it's dried up now. So I think the leak is coming from when I fill it up. So they're gonna probably have to figure out where that's coming from. So at least it's not too bad. It feels a little damp down in there, but I'm hoping they can actually fix that. And then over here on this leg, this front leg, I'll show it once I get it off the truck, but this leg ends up, when it's off the truck, is like very crooked, and this thing doesn't really work. I have to use a hammer right here to pull this pin up in order to swing this thing out. And that was like that when I bought the thing. And then if you look right here, I have to get the light just right. Yeah, you can kind of see all in this area. It's very much warped. I had to put some silicone right here because it was gonna leak in there if I didn't. But this whole area right here is messed up. I have a before picture I'll go ahead and add to this as well. So I don't know if the previous owners or the previous tech guys or whatever accidentally hit this leg and broke a weld right here, but there's something seriously wrong right there. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I hope that they're gonna be cool and just fix it or total it out or whatever, but we'll see. I'm gonna try to record all this because I need it for my own documentation, and I want you guys to know kind of what's going on with this, because this could seriously change the outcome of this channel if this thing gets totaled out. But anyways, let me go finish dumping the tanks here, and we'll take it in and have them look at it. Okay, tank is dumped. Tanks, both of them, plural. Gonna head up to the front. I don't really know where we're supposed to park this, but we'll just park right here, I guess, for now. In this parking spot, maybe? This is the Blue Compass Service and Parts. There's a dealership right down the road, but this is the service and parts side. Right here in Prescott Valley, Arizona. Let's go ahead and go in, see what they have to say. Might be the last time we get to see this for a little while. Hello. Hi.
You got the lamps, right?
Yeah.
So there's something wrong with the frame. The leg and siding is peeling off. Will you explain that just a little better for me?
Well, the siding is not peeling off. It's rippled right there. And the passenger side front leg, it looks like it's either bent or a weld is snapped or something right there, because the leg sticks outwards when it's off the truck. And even when it's not off the truck, you could tell there's something wrong right there. And then there's also a water leak, which I think is something to do with the inlet for filling it up, because it was right after I filled it up, then I noticed underneath there was a bunch of water in the underbelly. And I don't want to be real picky on this, but like, are the blinds covered under the warranty, do you know? No?
Not
Okay.
extended warranty.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I doubt that the frame is gonna be covered either. Frame work normally isn't covered under extended warranty.
But if it was done before I purchased it, is that their problem then? Or what?
That's gonna be on them if they want to approve something. Honestly, I can't speak for the sales and service manager in Mesa where you bought it.
Yeah,
So
well,
that's gonna be, it has to be like a failed component for extended warranty to actually work. Like a failed control board or like something wrong in the microwave or the refrigerator.
yeah, see, and then the guy, luckily he gave me a cell phone number there in Mesa, the guy that was doing the paperwork, because he sat there and worked on me for like 30 minutes because I kept saying I'm not going to waste my money on another warranty. And he's like, no, I promise it covers all this. You're going to be fine. If the slide stops, it covers everything.
It has to be a failed component, so if the slide stopped working but all it needed was an adjustment, that's not covered. If it has pins that broke or a cable that is broke, that is more than likely covered. But it has to be a failed component. On this, I have to start at least with a half hour per line for my technicians to get paid.
Okay.
Once they diag it and everything, we can figure out where to go from there. But they're gonna have to physically diag it and see what's going on and what could be causing that, and then we could see about what Mesa thinks.
Okay. Okay. And then like with the water leak, maybe is that potentially something that might be covered?
Yeah, I mean, if some fittings have failed or they're leaking, yeah, I just got another customer. Their inlets were leaking. That was covered, plus the labor.
Okay.
So it really just depends on what the issue is.
Okay.
If the lines just aren't tight, they're not going to cover that. So it really, it's a little finicky.
All right. I turned in my keys. I have zero faith that anything's going to get fixed. I did this one time before with my fifth wheel, and that's why it's worthless right now. It's because I bought a huge warranty for that fifth wheel. They said it covered everything but the tires. And then, of course, have some problems with it. Guess what? All of a sudden, the warranty doesn't cover anything. Same thing with this. The guy even gave me his personal number. I mean, he worked on me for at least 30 minutes trying to say, I need this warranty. You got to get it. It covers everything. He went over everything, all the paperwork. I'm going to have to dig that up too. And he's just like, trust me, you're going to want it. So I went ahead and got it. Guess what? Doesn't seem like it's going to cover anything. And like the leak, they said if the fitting is broken, they'll cover it. But if the fitting is loose, it's my fault somehow, even though there's no way to get to the fitting. And like, how would I know if the fitting is loose? The RV industry, when it comes to this kind of stuff, is just such a scam. I'm hoping these people, I hope that they come through and they treat me right and they fix this camper. I'm gonna go ahead, go pick up my enclosed trailer, head back up to the property. It looks like some storms are brewing over here, so hopefully we'll get ahead of those. And then start, I don't even know. I got the enclosed trailer behind us. That thing is loaded down. Back of the truck is loaded down. Even the front of the truck is loaded down. I got a ton of stuff in here, but that's all right. It's all going to go on the fifth wheel when we get there. But I just got to make one more stop, fill up some fuel cans. I bought some while I was in town so I can actually use the generator if the power stations don't hold out for running the air conditioner, because I am not going to sit there with no AC. Yeah, getting there. Should be home in about, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours. Gotta love the roundabouts. Never thought I'd be excited to pay $4.94 a gallon for diesel, but gotta fill it up. Then we got these 3 fuel cans. Gotta put premium in that. $68.92 for 3 5-gallon jugs. Would you look at that? That was an old square body Chevy with an old truck camper on it. Man, that is cool looking. Kind of see it in the mirror there. Man, how cool is that? I don't know. So many times I've looked for an old truck with and then like to put an old truck camper on it. Just, I think it would just be so cool to kind of restore something like that. That way I could put a fireplace back in it. I can't get one in my Lance. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see what the future holds with this Lance. I have a feeling they ain't gonna fix anything. Well, man, I hope they do though. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, I wouldn't feel right selling it to somebody if something's messed up with the frame. It's just sad that they felt okay selling it to me. I purchased it down in Mesa at that Blue Compass dealership down there. So that dealership is telling this dealership what to do with the whole situation. So we will see what happens. I hope they fix it though. I hope they're just honest about it and they fix it, because they should have fixed it. You think when you buy something from a reputable, known, large dealership like that, you would think that they'd kind of go through things, and for the most part, stuff like that would be fixed or caught. I mean, I can see if there's some mini blinds that don't work or something like that, but the average person going in and buying a camper, how are they supposed to know? I didn't know. I was looking, I didn't see anything. And there were certain things too, like they wouldn't allow me to climb up on the roof. So I had to buy that thing without ever climbing up on the roof. They said their insurance would cover the customer climbing up on the roof. So, there's just, I don't know. And then when I was sold the warranty, which I was so hesitant against doing because I've been burned so many times in the past, the guy just promised me this was a different kind of insurance. He was saying I'm sorry, not a different insurance. It was a different kind of warranty, that it was going to cover everything. And man, it's not looking good. Not looking good. See right there, it looks like a little rain. That's about, I don't know if that's where the property's at, but we will see. Hopefully we didn't get any rain. Getting a little rain now. Man, I hope it's not raining at the property, because this is going to be really hard to tow this trailer up some muddy road. I've decided I need to get myself like a weather station. I've been kind of looking on Amazon for one. I want to get one that I can actually hook up to the internet up there, and then I can be anywhere else in the world and be able to look and see exactly how much rain I got at the property, the wind, the temperatures, all that stuff, because there's not really a town close enough by to get reliable weather service. So if I had that thing at the property, then I should be able to at least kind of figure out before I start heading that way. This was definitely an unexpected rainstorm, but it doesn't look too bad. We'll see.
Hi, it's Misty at Blue Compass RV.
Hi.
Hi. I have a couple questions. When you said when the water leaked, was that after the rainstorm?
No, it was before the rain. It was right after I filled it up, and then I noticed it leaking out of the truck. That's whenever I pulled the underbelly out, and then I noticed everything was wet under there.
Okay, it was after you filled the tank.
Yep.
And then I'll get that information off to the technician. When it comes to the frame and the siding, the amount of solar that you have on your system and the batteries and all the energy that you have on that sidewall, the solar panels that aren't flat against the roof, your ginormous mattress, it's excessive weight in the overhead area. At the point it's at right now, if anything needed to be fixed, you would need to take it to Lance, because it's an actual frame issue now. and we can't pull walls and try to correct all that, but it's definitely caused by all the excessive weight that has been added to the unit, unfortunately.
Okay, so real quick, a couple things. Not that it matters to y'all now, but y'all have, like, the people down in Mesa admitted that this was, because it was on film, it was something that had happened prior to me putting anything in there, prior to the solar, prior to all this stuff. So to say that the solar and the mattress caused it, I mean, it's crazy how all that stuff, I mean, the ripples in the frame and the siding and all that stuff was existent before it ever got put on my truck. And on top of that, Lance has no publicly known weight limit for the bed area. So even if I did leave the mattress in there, which is like maybe 50 more pounds than the original mattress that's in there, and then the solar, I mean, it's not going to weigh any more than 2 people sleeping up there.
But the amount of solar inverters and everything that you have installed on that one wall where you're having the issue, that's where it's excessive weight. Like, that's all we can come up with. I'm not really sure. I think you might want to take this phone call, only because you talked to the sales manager over there and you know more about. Well, you know more about. Okay. He's the one that talked to the Mesa managers, so he has that information. I'm going to let you talk to him about that part, because there's nothing that I can do. I'm just a middleman. It's up to managers now.
Right.
And if you're saying this is a known issue prior to you leaving the lot, then we're missing pieces between something. So let me transfer you to him.
Okay.
Thank you for calling Blue Compass RV. We appreciate your call.
Hi, this is Jeremy.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. All I did was email Mesa our findings. So the GM and the service manager I know left today for a dentist appointment right when I spoke to him last. And he just told me to email him, so I emailed him, and I'm guessing the GM that's there was in the email too.
Right. All right. I mean, my whole thing is that there's obviously proof that it existed before I even signed the papers and put it on my truck. So regardless,
Yeah, and that's, on Mesa, I have no idea. I wasn't there with the delivery. But our tech, just looking up and finding the stats with Lance, is saying that, even the mattress alone is too much weight in that overhead, let alone that closet where there's just supposed to be clothes, has all the solar prep stuff in there right near where the area that it's happening.
So is that publicly known, like the weight limits of the overhead compartment? I mean,
I guess if you Google through Lance somewhere, because he found it, I don't know.
Because I looked.
There's no Lance tech line. There's no, that Lance doesn't have a tech line for my techs to call, like Grand Design does. Some other dealers do. Lance doesn't have one.
Because everything I had looked for prior to installing that, there was nothing publicly announced on the amount of weight, and it's obviously designed to carry 2 people to sleep.
And then all the solar panels on there.
Which,
but I guess not when you're traveling, people aren't sleeping in there while you're traveling. And I think with the solar panels, all that weight up there too, and the way they are in the front, it's creating that, as you're traveling down the highway, it could be lifting that a little bit too.
well,
that's the first time I've ever seen solar panels that high lifted off of the roof. Usually they're, flush mounted.
yeah,
like I said, I'm not a tech, so professionally, that's why they looked at it, and I just sent the findings of the work order over to the other store that sold the unit.
okay. Well, I guess I'll wait and
All right.
contact them tomorrow then.
All righty.
All right.
Have a good night. Thank you.
You too.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. Bye-bye.
I figured, I don't know. I mean, I got to wait till tomorrow, call the Mesa store. They're the ones that's going to make the ultimate call, the ultimate decision, because I bought it from them. That guy, coincidentally, is out today. So we will see tomorrow what they say. But anyways, almost to the property now. And so far the roads are dry, so that's good. Well, this is even a couple days later. Last time I was on the camera was Wednesday. This is now Saturday. I still haven't heard anything. I've called him 3 times. I keep getting the secretary saying, he'll call you back. Make sure, let me get your name and number and I'll make sure he calls you back. Nothing, haven't heard anything. So going into the weekend, not knowing anything, I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they are trying to figure something out on their end. That's what I'm hoping for. But regardless, moved into the 5th wheel now, officially. Unpacked all the boxes and still putting a few things away, but for the most part, got it in here, or got everything in here. AC's running, got my 8 solar panels outside, pulling in enough solar to keep the AC on, at least during the day. I've noticed I'm running a little low on power at night. I just don't have a big enough battery source or a battery bank, so I'm kind of having to like go into the evening running the generator. That's okay. At least for the most part, I'm covered. And I missed it. It's been great hanging out in here. I used to kind of live in here for the most part, and then I would just get my truck camper to go camping. For the last year, I've been in the truck camper and just kind of had to sit in the storage. So I don't know. I'm loving it. But anyways, I'm going to, well, I'll do a better tour like on the next video, but I'm going to end up just carrying this camera with me. And then the second I hear back, I'll just kick this camera on so we can hear what the guy says. And we will see. Hopefully something comes out of this good.
You wanted me to give you a call.
Yeah, just kind of getting an idea of what was going on. I guess they had told me that I would hear something kind of by Thursday or Friday, so I was just getting an idea of what was going on with the camper situation.
Well, at this point in time, Blue Compass and Mesa is not really planning to do anything.
Okay.
You know, the small spot that I know you sent me, Larry, the still picture of, and that was in the video, you know, that was there when the unit was purchased, you know, 15, 16 months ago. And then that coach was a 2019. And, you know, since then, I don't know all the places that it's been, so it really isn't our intent to really participate in any of the repairs at this point in time.
Gotcha. All right. So, yeah, I haven't heard anything from Prescott Valley either. I mean, I don't even know if I'm able to go pick it up, but I'm assuming I am if they're not going to fix anything.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to reach back out to them. The last I had heard from Prescott Valley was that you were going to reach out to me, and that I know that call came through Friday of last week, and that's the reason that I'm reaching out to you today. I honestly don't even know what the repairs would entail at this point in time. I know that it has a bonded wall, which a repair for something like that would be pretty expensive.
Okay. I guess I can just reach out to them and see if they're done. I don't even know if they're going to fix the water leak or what.
I did do a follow-up for me there, and he seemed to think that the water leak was fixed.
Okay.
And I don't know the specific details on that, but he did indicate to me that he thought the dripping may have been residual leakage from something else. Their technician, again, I believe did correct that issue, but he would have to firm that up with you.
All right. I don't even know where to start. I know I'm losing people. I'm here at the end of the video, so I'm going to make this quick, but the water leak was non-existent. So they charged me for them to cut a huge hole underneath my camper, and then seal it with some shoddy silicone work. So, you know, who knows where all the water was at, or who knows where the water came from, but it non-existent, apparently. At this point in time, I'm completely done buying RVs. Never again. Between this one that I still owe a lot of money on, a lot, and that one that is paid off, but between the two, that's $120,000 worth of RVs that are completely worthless. I can't sell them. I can't trade them in unless I just want to completely take a loss, maybe $5,000 maybe. But somebody's going to go in that fifth wheel, realize that there's soft floors. I'll show you here in a second. But they're gonna see that there's soft floors, assume there's water leaks, whatever. But no, they just build them that cheap. This one, they're gonna see that there's framework issues. Nobody's gonna buy either one of these. And I would feel horrible trying to sell them to somebody. So now I'm stuck with these until they're just to the point to where I just either sell them for a couple $1,000 or take them to a salvage yard and just dump them. That's what I got. It's a shame. Everybody I've talked to in the industry says that the RV warranties, first of all, biggest scam on planet Earth, and dealerships, second biggest scam on the planet Earth. Because the dealerships, they have lawyers write up their contracts, all that fine print that they just shove in front of your face, and they, you know, you don't even read, you just, because it's the whole thing, and it's written in legal terminologies that the average person can't understand, and they just act like it's nothing. Like, oh, just sign here, you know, you're good. This is just for this, and this is just stating this. There's no point in even going to a dealership. You go there thinking that they're going to stand behind their word, but they don't. They don't care. As soon as you're off the lot, you're done. And then the finance guy, third biggest scam on planet Earth, they get a commission check for selling you a warranty, right? And if you've ever noticed when you go in to buy an RV that they show you this warranty on a laminated piece of paper that you don't get to take home, I would actually be curious. In fact, I might even go in to pretend to go buy another RV and take a video of that same piece of paper that they shoved in front of my face saying that it covered everything. Okay, just to clarify, for legality reasons, warranties do cover certain things. Yes, they do. In my experience, pretty much every single thing I've ever taken in to get a warranty fixed, the warranty doesn't cover it. Okay, seems like they have loopholes for everything. Thing like the water leak. If they said, they admitted in the beginning of the video, if they found out that the water leak, like the fitting was just loose, that's my fault. But if it was broken, then it's their fault. Okay, so loophole. I'm not there when they pull this all apart. There is zero access to the water tank without cutting the entire underbelly out to get to the water tank. So how am I supposed to go in and do my due diligence and my maintenance to tighten up fittings when there's no access to it? I don't know. Seems like a scam to me. I'm just done. I'm done with RVs. I'm done with that whole industry. That's why I'm just going to build my cabin here the way that I know, because I'm not even saying that right. I'm so frustrated. Look, between these two RVs, that was $120,000. I could have built me a really nice cabin that would have lasted the rest of my life. Instead, I have these two piles of garbage that I have to deal with and then probably pay to get rid of one day. And also, if you had an RV or you bought an RV and you've had similar issues, put them down below in the description, please, so everybody can go down there and read and look into that, because I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm going to get some people on here that, you know, are going to call me a whiner, complainer, an idiot for not reading the fine print or whatever, you know, the people that sit on the couch that know everything. I know I'm going to get a few of those comments, but I almost guarantee you there's going to be more comments below about people that had crappy, horrible experiences with the RV industry. Luckily, I can still use it for now, but we'll see. I mean, I can't fix it. I know how to fix stuff. And that, you know what? One more thing. I'm gonna add this in. So they claim these aluminum RVs, you don't have to worry about wood rot. That's why I bought it. But the thing is how they build them, how they press the walls together. They smash them in between fiberglass and paneling and foam, and you can't open it up. That's why they don't want to fix it. They'd have to completely replace both walls, take it all apart, both walls, to fix it. So no, of course you're not going to fix it. But guess what? Now I can't fix it either. If it was wood, I probably could have gone in and fixed it. This RV over here, the same way. The floors are built the same way. The whole RV is built the same way. It's all aluminum framing too, but the floor is just thin, paper thin paneling, 1.5" foam, paper thin paneling, smashed together, glued together. The floor starts sagging. As soon as it starts sagging, you're walking across it, it just gets worse and worse and worse. It is just spreading all throughout the whole living room, and I can't fix it because the floor is laid down before any of the walls. I'm done.